These are the steps for solving linear equations. That's equations where you have an x, but you don't have an x squared or a 1 over x, just x's and numbers. So first, the equation has to be written without brackets and fractions. And remember, a division bar has the same effect as brackets. And when you're going to write an equation without fractions, you multiply both sides by the lowest common multiple of the denominators. That's what's ever underneath the division bar. Whatever you do to one side of an equation, you can do the same thing to the other side, and the equation will still be true. Then you collect the x terms on one side and divide at the end if necessary to find 1x. So here are some examples to illustrate these. This one has no fractions, but it has brackets. The first step is to expand the brackets. Minus 3 times x, that's minus 3x, but it's minus 3 times minus 4 plus 12. Then collect the x terms on one side and the other terms on the other side. It's not necessary to write it as 10x plus 7x plus 3x. You could just work that out in your head. This is the process. I'm going to collect the x terms on the right-hand side because that's the side where they're going to be positive. For an equation, it doesn't matter which side you collect them on. So I've got minus 3x here. I want to add 3x to the left-hand side to get rid of that. So I have to add 3x to the right-hand side. I want to get rid of the minus 7x on the left-hand side. I have to add 7x to the left-hand side. So I add 7x to the right-hand side. Then collect like terms, and then in this case divide by 20 to find 1x. This example is one with fractions. I need to multiply both sides by something which 3, 4, and 6 all divide into. I'll multiply by 12. So I'm going to multiply the whole of the left-hand side by 12 and the whole of the right-hand side by 12. So on the left I have 12 times x, and then 12 times a third times x plus 1. 12 thirds, that makes 4. So it's 4 lots of x plus 1, and 12 quarters is 3. So it's 3 lots of x plus 2. The third and the x plus 1 are already multiplied together. So if you multiply by 12 and just say multiply the third by 12, the whole of that term gets multiplied by 12. Expand the brackets, collect like terms, and find x. In this example, the variable is called y, but it doesn't matter what it's called. I call them x terms just because I had to refer to them. Here I have a fraction. The only denominator is 2, so I have to multiply both sides by 2 to find something that the denominators divide into. So it's 2 lots of then the whole of the left-hand side. So it's 2 times y, take away 2 lots of y plus 1. And the division bar works as brackets. I didn't need to write it the first time because there was a division bar. But now, when there's no division bar, I must write the brackets. And then express it without brackets, collect the y terms on one side and the numbers on the other, and we find y.